Welcome to the Create with Ease podcast. I am Grace Covington, your host, and today our topic is intimacy of presence. We live in a digital society where we are always on the go, and always moving from the next thing to the next thing, and sometimes we are not in this space, this intimate space of presence. And presence is truly a powerful place to create your life from. It is a powerful place to actualize your dreams. What typically happens is most people are not in the present. They are projecting into the future. So they're looking at their current circumstances and already projecting a perceived future rather than being in the current moment where they are fully immersed with what is taking place in the current moment and enjoying the gift of that moment. So I know it could be a difficult place to live from where let's bring this into real terms, real tangible terms to play with. So let's say in the current moment, you have an immediate need and you automatically go into the future of like, oh my God, I need to get this taken care of right away. If I don't take care of this, I'm going to suffer some sort of loss, or this is going to be an intense challenge, or I don't know how to handle this. So when you go into conclusion of this is what is going to show up, you are already in the future rather than looking at the present moment like, oh, so this showed up. Cool. I wonder what I need to change right now in this moment that will facilitate what I am looking to create. Can you perceive the power of being in the present moment rather than being in a future where you are already creating from a space of limitation, from a space of conclusion, rather than looking at the moment you're in and perceiving what is taking place, and then asking the question of what you need to do or be to create the change that will open up a different possibility for that situation to change. And the more you're able to live in the present moment, there is a gift in the present moment, the communion of the present moment, the possibilities that open up from the present moment. Just before me coming on to do this podcast, I was having a conversation with someone that is interested in joining one of my programs, Badass Business Creators 2.0, that I launched. And this conversation literally was so beautiful, was so nurturing. It was intimate, even though we were talking about my new program, and she was asking questions. I was asking her questions. She had some objections. I was providing a different possibility to the questions that she had. And it became such a nurturing conversation. I was truly empowered by the conversation. And when she got to the end, when we were at the end and we were going to go our separate ways, she said, this conversation was actually healing for me. This conversation provided such clarity for me. This conversation is exactly what I needed so that I can take action. And she did take action. So there is gift when you are showing up present in your life. It becomes this communion where you're gifting and you're also receiving and you're contributing to one another. that is the magic of the present moment, is everything that you require is in the present moment. But once we start living our lives from these perceived futures that are not even real, and then we start creating them, and we create them from a space of lack and limitation, and that's what starts to show up in our life, rather than being in the gift of the moment. And even though this amazing woman, she had objections. Now, this is the part that I love about energetic sales and being different in sales, rather than being this push energy or force or desperation, and really coming from the flow of the yummy feminine energies that are a creative force, is in sales conversations, when you are present and when people have objections, you are literally aware of exactly what the client requires, like what she's asking. What is she really asking? Because sometimes when people say, I can't afford it, they're not, there's a deep layer underneath that. It's not about being able to afford something. People will pay for the things that truly matter to them. So it's really uncovering what that is for that person. And it's different for each person. But what happens is, when you're in the present moment, you can actually intuitively hear what it is that this person requires. What do they need to hear from you? What do you need to say to facilitate that person going beyond the perceived lack that they are experiencing? So you become this magician that changes things just by being present. And it's a practice. It literally is a practice. I began this conversation where we are in this space where we are on our phones, or like when you wake up, the first thing you do is reach for your phone. Then, maybe you turn on the TV, you go into your car, you put on music. So you never have that space of truly being present in the moment that you're in, truly being present in your life. And people become disconnected from their bodies, disconnected from their magic, disconnected from the energies that would actually contribute to you having more of what you desire in your life. And once you start to institute this practice of, I'm going to be intentional in my life, I am going to show up present. So when I'm doing my day-to-day activities, if I'm washing the dishes, if I'm doing the laundry, or if you are cooking a meal for yourself, or you are posting on something on social media, these little action steps where you are truly present and not in the past or in the future. And from the space of the present, you actually change the past and also create the future. So what I would recommend for anyone that is looking to create a business, a thriving business, and this is the intention of this podcast, is moving you into a space of creating your business with ease, is start by being present in your life. Start by experiencing that. Commit to the practice. It is a daily choice, because there are some times where you're not going to be present, and that's okay. But the more you build the muscle, the easier it becomes, and the more you naturally just start to step into that space of presence, rather than being on automatic pilot and just moving from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And then you've gone throughout your day and you haven't been present at all. And what this facilitates for your body is you can actually change your body just by being present. You're no longer mindlessly eating. You become aware of the foods that will truly contribute to your body. You become aware to the rhythm of your body of, oh, my body requires more movement, or I should be outside, or maybe I should use this essential oil so that I can feel grounded, or maybe I should just relax my body. And you step into this intimate presence of communion with you and your body. And then the more your body is alive, the easier it is for you to receive, what actually will create the most for you in your business, and what ideas would generate more money for you, or how do you begin to build relationships with people that are interested in what you have, your services or your offerings. So you begin to take yourself out of this space of competition, because so many people believe like, oh, if I start my business, there's 16 million people already doing what I do. But the moment you are present, you stand out because you are creating your business with a different energy that most people are not even creating with. Most people are also in the state of like the next thing, or they start going into the space of judgment. I'm not good enough. You start comparing yourself. When you are present, you're not going to be judging yourself. You're not going to be comparing yourself because you are present with that exact moment. You're not in this perceived future of looking at someone else and, tapping into what they're doing, and then you going into that future moment rather than just being present with you, with what you're doing right now, with you in this exact second, and perceiving your body, perceiving who you are, the gift of you, this is such a powerful place to be, and it becomes intimate. It becomes intimate because you are showing up in your world, being willing to be completely seen, being willing to be vulnerable, and receiving everything that is showing up in your world in that exact moment, and having so much fun because you actually have more freedom. Most people are in the future, but this moment right now, where I'm breathing in the air that I'm breathing right now, and I'm looking at this beautiful piece of art, and I'm engaging with what is in front of me. And then from there, I move into the next moment and move into the next moment, but I am still present. I'm not running away. I'm not trying to fix other people's problems. I am truly embodied in my own life. And this conversation has just opened up so many possibilities for me as I am having this communion and conversation with you, and then to move this energy into every aspect of your life. So not only your business, but your relationships and your communion with other people. It just continues to expand, and you stop having these surface level conversations where you have real, authentic conversations that create change. And your business, oh my goodness, I only touched on the surface level of what becomes possible. Your content becomes more engaging, where people can actually perceive the energy that you're being, and people can be facilitated through your content. People can take action from your content. You can build trust from your content, from the way you show up on video, from the way you set up the systems you have in your business, I like to call them generative systems. If you create every aspect of your business from a space of presence, that energy is going to create a ripple effect. That the moment people go onto your website and they're like, wow, I require this. I desire this right away. I've had those moments happen where people will go to my website and they're like, I'm in. And I didn't have a conversation with them. They just literally signed up for the offer that I had. And it's from that space where you are willing to be present in your life. You access these magical capacities that will create a different possibility for you. And as women, you access this energy of your feminine energies. The feminine energies are the ones that create. And most women are not using these energies to create with, because we live in a male-dominated world where if, showing up as, being in this hustle energy or being in this move really fast or, get things done. But there is power in creating from and with your feminine energies that is so magical and creates a different possibility in your business, creates a different possibility in your world. Now, I'm not saying that women are the only people that have access to these feminine energies. You want to be able to use both the masculine energies and the feminine energies. Knowing when to create with which energy is how you create your business to your advantage. There are certain masculine energies that help you get things done in, laying out systems and structures and having processes set up in, having things in place that get people to take action. And then the feminine energies is where you lean back. Once you have those systems in place in your business, and then you launch your offer, you have your product, you have your services, and then you lean back and allow those energies, the feminine flow, to bring in exactly what it is you require. And being able to facilitate this even in your sales conversations. There are some masculine energies that you'll step into, and then the feminine energies that you relax into. But being present allows you to be able to navigate which energy is required. Which energy is required. Men can also step into the space of the feminine energies. It's not only that I am female, then, I'm only flowing into this feminine energy. You can intertwine between the two because both energies are powerful and they're dynamic and they create. And it's about embodying the gift of you, embodying the space of presence so that you know which energy to lead with, which energy to lead with in a conversation. Sometimes being in your feminine energy and leading and starting the conversation off through that flow is going to create the most. And sometimes it's the masculine energy that will create the most. In your sales pages, it's the same thing. Knowing this interweaving, this intertangling of these energies, and you begin to truly know which one and what to create with when you are fully present in your life. If this conversation is intriguing, if this is something that you have been requiring in your business, instead of, figuring shit out, instead of working damn hard and, not getting any results and just being stressed out or being stressed out with money and relationships, I invite you to Badass Business Creators 2.0. This program is truly a magical program. You often hear magic is one of my favorite words because we are magical people. We live on a magical planet, and we can create anything that we ask for, anything that we desire. But you have to know and embody your magic and know how to create with it. And creating a business is one of the things that will truly expand your life and change your life in so many ways, and allow you to create, not only create for the present moment, but also for the future, and to also facilitate change in the world by what you offer. And so the wait list is open for my program, Badass Business Creators 2.0. Highly recommend you jump on to the wait list. I'm giving $200 off the program, and it is going to be open for 8 days. After 8 days, then we move into the full price. So if you have been seeking a different possibility for your business, highly recommend that you go to my website, check it out, go to my Instagram page. I've been posting, different things about the power, the potency, the transformation that you will be facilitated through, and what you are going to move into in your life. And this program literally changes your entire life. I'm also going to be going live with some of the graduates, so you can see the transformation that's taken place, where, it's like I'm just literally in so much gratitude to see so much shift that has taken place with all the women that I have walked through this program. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Comment, like, share this podcast. The more people that are receiving this information, the more people that are going to be creating their lives and businesses from a space of ease, from a space of possibility, from a space of joy. I am grateful for you, and have a fabulous and amazing week. Thank you for listening to the Create with Ease podcast. Go to my website, www.createwithease.com, for more tools and resources that will transform every area of your life. Bye.